I have created a attendance taking system fully made in Java, and here's the code of that system. So first of all, we are taking input from user of number of classes, and wherever I used next int, I have handled exception. For example, user enters A, B, C and hits enter, then means yes, escape character slash n. So next int method only take integer input, so it does not accept this type of string input, and also it not accepts slash n. That's why we are writing a sc dot next line after it to consume new line. So if a user enters this type of input, then from this line directly we go from try to catch block for its input mismatch exceptions, and we are printing invalid input, please enter a valid integer. Then here we are using sc dot next line to clear the buffer. If we don't clear the buffer, then what will happen is if we don't clear the buffer, what happens during next iteration of while loop, again this program goes to this line, and again this will be, again this is in a buffer, so this is still in buffer. So again, it give throws and exceptions, and so if we don't clear the buffer during next iteration of while loop, the ABC slash n is still in buffer. So again, it will this line during execution of this line, it will again throws an exception, and by this way we are going into an infinite loop of exceptions. So this is how I handled it. And now we are taking input of name of class, then checking if user wants to change the name of class. Then we are taking input of number of students in class, then checking if user wants to change number of students from any class or not. Now taking attendance of students from here. Here in similar way I have handled the data exceptions. Also if someone enters any negative roll number or anything unusual, so it will again throws an exception. Here printing absent number of students. Now this is the most challenging part of code, checking if user wants to change attendance of any student or not. So now arranging absent students roll number by using selection sorting. If someone have entered any roll number to add in absent list, then for example, he have entered 104 of two classes, 104, and we have to add it in a list which contains 101, 102, 202. So it will goes behind 202 and it will looks like this. But we have to arrange this in a similar manner so that 104 will be after 102 this way. So for this we have used the selection sorting, and then writing absent number of students in a new file and creating a new file. By this method and passing user.dir as an argument, we are getting current directory, and then by this object of file path, we are giving path of file into the same directory where the terminal is opened, and then creating new file object, and then checking if file exists or not. If not, then we are going to create a new one. If it's failed to create, then we will exit the program after returning statement. And then we are writing this all into our destination file. And by at last closing the buffer writer. And in finally block, we are closing the our SC scanner. And whole code is present on my GitHub, and a link is given so you can check it out. So now we are testing our program. First of all, we are compiling it, and I want to give its a source and a target, because I have to compile it in Java version 8 because it was made in Java version 8, but currently in my computer it is running Java version 22. So that's why I have to give its source and target to compile this code in Java version 8. So yes, now compiling this is giving minor warnings, nothing to worry about it. And now we are going to run it. Okay, now our program is ready to run, and it is asking us a number of classes. Let's suppose 2, and name of class 1. So let's suppose it give you A1. Then if and name of class 2, suppose A2. 0 to change anything or enter 1 for final submit. Suppose we are checking, so 0, it is asking us to change all or change any particular class. So I am going to choose a particular class, and if I am entering wrong name, and it is telling us that name is not found and enter correct name. So now it is time I'm going to enter correct name, enter new name. So okay, it's let's suppose B2. Again it is asking to change name or give one for final submit, one for submit, and again one for final submit. Now number of students in class A1 5, and it is again asking us to change number of student or one for final submit. See this program. So if user do any mistake, then there is no need to worry about it, or the program may not crash, and there is nothing to worry about it. This is fully user friendly. Now 0 to change number of students or enter 1 for final submit. So again final submit. Now first roll number of class A1, let's suppose 101, and if we enter anything like other than it is telling enter only integer value, anything other than 0 or 1, then it is saying us to enter 0 or 1. Now roll number 101 present, 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 absent, absent. Now roll number of for B of class B2, let's suppose 401. But let's check that does it running properly. Okay, enter integer value only. If I enter negative, then see it is telling us roll number can never be negative. So okay, now it's let's suppose from 401. So now absent, 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 present, present. Now enter 0 to change any student's attendance in his roll number, or 1 for submit. So we are testing it. So 0, and suppose 401. If I am entering 401 and want to make it present, then it will remove 401 from the list. If I am entering 402 and again making it, sorry, first of all 0 to change, okay, 0, again entering 402, and it is already in absent, but I still again press 0 for absent, then it will show us message that already this is in absent. And if I want to absent add any new number in absent, for example 102, and make it absent, so it will add 102 in list. Now 1 for submit, and it will create a new file in which our terminal is opened, and also show us a current directory, current file path, and creates a new file. Let's see the file. So this is the new txt file with updated roll number. So this is all about our today's attendance tester program.